Good morning. If you're new here, welcome to the chaos. Put a straw in your coffee. Sit down. Get some popcorn. Relax for a minute. This is where we get real. I don't censor shit. I give you the side of things that people don't like to talk about. The brutal, honest truth. And today's a doozy. Because gray rocking almost killed me. Yes, it did. And we'll get into that in a minute. First, if you've been following along, I appreciate you. If you're new, check some stuff out. It's juicy down there, I promise. So, let's talk about what gray rocking is, because everybody talks about gray rocking. Everybody says, oh, this is what you need to do when you're dealing with a narcissist. I am going to say that it is good advice, but it is not a 100% absolute. You need to do this in order to deal with your person, because there's different types of narcissism and it comes in many flavors. Mine just so happened to be that my flavor was a very deadly individual. And I've dealt with others in my life that are probably some of the worst types. And I'll tell you what, I thought gray rocking was my solution. It very well may have been what killed me. It very may well have been what would have stopped me from being here today to even tell this story. Okay. Gray rocking is when you stop giving somebody supply, when you no longer react to the things that they are doing to you. You not only withdraw from them physically, emotionally, mentally, even spiritually, because in a sense, after you're with them long enough and they fuck with your head long enough, they almost become this deity type person. It turns into almost like you must bow to me kind of scenario in order for you to just get through the fucking day. Yeah, fun times. Not really. You start building walls around yourself. You start protecting yourself, building yourself up, not letting them provoke you, no longer letting them keep you in isolation. And, starting to do things for yourself that will improve yourself, make you better. And I'll tell you what, I hit a stage with gray rocking. And I think it was beyond gray rocking. I really do. I feel like it was an entire disconnect from the situation in a way. I felt this overwhelming sense of peace, which is very odd because he was triangulating me with another woman who we moved into our house. He was poisoning me with Miracle Grow by stirring it in my coffee. And I hit a point with it where I was like, it is what it is. I'm not going to let you bother me. It was beyond gray rocking. It was like reaching an entire state of being where I was just at peace. I was not going to be bothered. I was not going to let it bother me. I was above these things. All of these subtle manipulations, the jabs he was throwing at me, the "you're crazy," it was, the illusion was shattered. And there was a sense of knowing. And I was just at peace with knowing. I didn't need anything else. This was my life. I had accepted it a long time ago. And I could feel that something was coming, but I didn't know what. And I want to say, I was incredibly calm every time he tried to take my life. Every time. Looking back on that, it just dawned on me. Afterwards, like, I could have exploded. I could have done all of these different things. I just entered this weird state of calm, peace. It's very bizarre to try to put that into words. I guess I hadn't really thought about it like that until now. So, he was intentionally provoking me, starting quarrels between me and this other girl. And to be honest with you, I really didn't care. I reached a point where I didn't care. Do whatever it is you're going to do. Because again, I am above this. I am not going to fight over you. I am beyond the desire to do that. I no longer have an interest. And I guess I don't really care if you repeat your pattern and try to take my life, because I'm not fighting over you. But you can't let me leave because I know the monster you are. Right? And if usually when I make this face, it's because there's a story behind it. And I am telling those. So if you're interested in wanting to know more, telling you, it's juicy shit down there. If it wasn't my story, I'm not sure I'd believe it. I'll put it like that. My life was not boring. And I really would rather that it was like a movie and not real for me. But it is. Moving on. Like I said, he was doing all this stuff to try and provoke me. And one of the big ones that really sticks out in my head, and I've told this story too, it's when he stood our youngest daughter up for a father-daughter dance he promised her he would go to, and he waited until 15 minutes before the dance to tell her he wasn't going, that he just wasn't that kind of dad. He came After they left, both of my daughters left together. She took her sister instead. I've already told that story. Go listen to it down there. I don't want to waste more time in this video talking about it. But I'm going to tell you what happened afterwards. When he had gone up the stairs and told her this before the dance, he had gone into the bedroom to take a nap. And I was like, okay, whatever. Just stay out of my sight. I don't even want to fucking look at you right now, bro. Go away. You're a fucking disgrace to fathers everywhere. I was doing a bunch of laundry, cleaning the house, and I was in heels that day, and I made sure I was fucking loud. Yes. I cleaned my house in heels. If you ask the people who knew me around that time, they'll tell you. I'm a little extra. I know it sounds crazy. Might be hard to envision, but I'm that bitch. He was upstairs, and he was probably spanking it out. I really had a suspicion that that's what he was doing. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised because he was like that. He liked to cause people strife and then... God, wish it wasn't my life. And he comes downstairs afterwards trying to fake a cry. I've not once seen this man genuinely cry, and I was with him for 14 years. I've seen him fake cry 3 times. I've seen him try to force cries several times. Do I think he cried over me? Genuinely? Yeah, because there's nobody else that's as dumb as I was that could navigate him the way that I navigated him. He's devolving, falling apart. That's why he's doing all of this other stuff to other women now. And I can guarantee you, if his conversations ever got subpoenaed into a courtroom, they would be very telling. So would his search history. God, I must be in a petty bitch mood today, huh? It happens. It happens. But I think part of the reason is this topic. This topic bothers me because I see so many psychologists and everybody just saying, ooh, gray rocking. This is your answer. This is what you do. And they don't talk about how fucking dangerous it is. So when he comes down the stairs, I'm sitting in the dining room, and I decided I was pissed off, so I was going to smoke in the house that day. I didn't give a fuck if we didn't smoke inside. We had a designated area that we would smoke in, and nowhere else in the house would we do that. But I was like, all right, I'm smoking in the dining room. My normal place was the basement. That was where this bitch belonged at the time. Having fun with it. All right. He comes down the stairs. He doesn't say a word. Sees exactly what I'm doing. I light it up right there in front of him. And I don't even turn to look at him. And he's standing like over here, maybe 2 steps behind and 4 steps to my right. And I have pretty good peripheral vision. I could see my fucking hands right now. So I didn't have to turn. And he reached out for me and I said, "Don't touch me." He says, "Well, I really need you to comfort me right now." What? Why do you need me to comfort you? Well, I just feel so bad, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you know what? No. You don't get to have my sympathy. You know who gets to have my sympathy? My daughter. My daughter gets to have my sympathy. You can go jump in a lake. You can go do something with yourself. I feel no sympathy for you. I pity you. And you know exactly how I feel about people that I pity, because to me, pity is the most disgusting thing you can feel for a human being. I may have explained that before. If not, I'll probably explain it in the future. I'll repeat myself. Well, that upset him. And he went upstairs. I went downstairs to the basement, switched laundry and stuff, brought it back upstairs, and I was setting it out on the dining room table and putting everybody's stuff in piles, organizing it, and then so I don't have to make 30 trips up the fucking stairs throughout the day, I'll leave it there during the day. When I'm done with my laundry at the end of the night, I will go before dinner. I will go take everybody's stuff upstairs. It's less trips for me. So he comes down the stairs as I'm folding laundry, sitting there at the table. And he's angry at me. And I don't understand why. And he walks around from this side, and he's standing on the far side of the table. I had rolled another cigarette at this point, I think, and I was smoking it. And I wouldn't look at him. Not directly. Like I said, I have good enough peripheral that I didn't need to look at him. I could see. And I just kind of stared past him, through him, I guess. And I sat there and I no reaction at all, period. Again, I was in this state of peace. I am above this. Don't care. And he starts yelling at me because I'm not mad at him for cheating on me, for hurting our children, for all of the things he's done to me, for raping me, for trying to kill me, for all of this stuff. And he shook. I need you to be mad. I just want you to be mad at me. And I looked at him and I was like, dude, the same knife going in the same hole over and over and over again. Eventually, the hole's so fucking big, the knife don't hit anything anymore. There is no pain. And you just accept that there's a giant fucking hole there. You quit getting upset that there is a hole being carved into you. You just, it doesn't work anymore. And that's when he's like, you're too fucking perfect. It's maddening. I need you to react poorly. It wasn't very long after that he was trying to strangle me to death. And I want to make this correlation, I guess. Whenever he would try to kill me, that period of calm would happen. And part of me wonders if the calm wasn't because it was kind of a new form of shock. Because each time he tried to kill me, it was in a different way. The first time, I think, scared him. I really do. I feel like he was too inexperienced, maybe, to know how deep to cut. Or maybe he was still new enough to it that he didn't have the confidence to cut me deep enough. Or maybe he was afraid that cutting me deep would then make it look like it wasn't me that did it to myself. I don't know. But I think it scared him because he told me afterwards how much that excited him. How much it made him feel alive. I'm trying not to get sucked into the movie. PTSD is fun. But I think it was the blood aspect of it that made him not want to go that route the next time. And he cut his own hand open later, and I thought he was going to come and fucking stab me. That's not what happened. That video's down there. Murder on his mind. It's a doozy. But the next time, like, he talked about dissolving me in acid so that he wouldn't even have to worry about blood evidence. The military was like, I don't know how that works, because I tried not to pay attention when the government was talking about government shit that wasn't none of my fucking business, even if I was in the fucking room. And there is some shit that I will not fucking talk about, no matter who fucking asks me. Because I've overheard enough. But he got the credit card for his unit, I guess. And they were giving it to him like he was supposed to go to like Lowe's and Home Depot and stuff like that so that they could go get muriatic acid. I'm not sure how you say it, but muriatic is how it's spelled. And he was buying it by the case. And they were doing shit with it. I think they were like cleaning the concrete is what he told me, or whatever. But he kept 2 cases of that shit for the longest time. And it was in the house. In the closet. He threatened me with that shit. Whenever he felt like I was getting too confident, I was building myself up. See, and that's stuff you have to hide too. You can't show them that you're doing that either. That's part of like the whole gray rocking thing. My advice is to Let them think they are still having an effect on you, even though they are not. And it's going to be hard because you're going to want to slip back into that. It's so easy to fall back into it. Let them think they are still affecting you. Gray rocking can be what kills you. If you stop giving them everything at all, if you are still stuck in that situation, like if you're out, don't like gray rock the fuck out of yourself. That's great. Whatever. But if you're giving them nothing and you are stuck in it and you are trapped and you cannot leave, gray rocking is not your solution. It's not. Not if you are dealing with that kind of fucking narcissistic personality. And I don't see people talking about this. Giving them nothing creates this whole new psychosis in them that you're not prepared to predict because you are new to seeing them in that psychosis. It is dangerous. We need to come up with something different. We need to adapt in a different way. And being a survivor of this, I can't stress enough how much I feel like mental health professionals fall into this set guideline of shit. And that's just what they go with because that's what they were taught. That here's your books, here's all your evidence, all your medical journals, all your blah, blah, blahs. But nobody actually sits down with the genuine curiosity and starts trying to find a way to improve it until they have a light bulb moment. And some of them never even fucking have one. They're just like, oh, I'm here for my paycheck, which really fucking sucks for, that kind of fucking profession. But the people who are empathetic don't want to be in that profession. So we need the curious minds. We need those people to start fucking figuring shit out because this can kill people. And I promise you, I'm not the only one who has been in a situation where they gray rocked and it went south way fucking fast. I wouldn't be surprised if there's been deaths over this. This advice, oh, gray rock, it'll solve your problems. Don't give them anything. They give you no contextual, here are the dangers. I'm giving you those. Because it's serious shit. And when you're dealing with somebody like I was dealing with, it's fatal. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Listening to me, bitch. Wherever you are in your journeys, I hope you're safe. If you're not, I hope you can achieve safety. Plan meticulously. Keep everything silent until you're ready to move. And then vanish. Keep trying. You'll get there.